If you watch this video, then it means that you managed to survive the predictions part, so well done. If you want to verify how good your predictions are, you can always test one of your zip files in one of your white background images, for example. So I'm opening one image and I'm just going to drag my zip file in Fiji. I'm gonna show all labels. I have a preference always for showing the real row names. And now you can see your predictions here. It's in this case it's not ideal because the mean gray value makes many images to be kind of lost, but that's why we said that we always take the mean gray value as a reference point, but we always have the freedom to change a bit and see, you know, how well the predictions work if we tweak a bit the brightness. But of course the point is not to tweak that much the brightness to maintain a prediction point. I would advise to keep the mean gray value and only make small modifications in the display value, like here, to see first of all how well your predictions work. But we will probably talk more about this at a later point. So now we have the predictions, and hopefully you're not hearing the hammer which is on the floor above me, because I unfortunately am hearing it. So let's move forward. Step 15 it is. And for step 15, the first thing we have to do is that we have to ensure that we have all measurements of interest. So if you do set measurements here, and you have the commands here ticked, then you should be able to see measurements that you will include when you run the measure command. And I would strongly recommend to have at least the same ones as I have. I tried to make the scripts following that one as flexible as possible, so hopefully it will not yield any errors if you include more of them. But yeah, just at least have the ones that I have here. And I think the more important ones is the area, the minimum and maximum gray value, and minimum gray value here, model gray value. Yeah, probably everything that I have ticked at least. Okay, so once you do that, then we can start. You can follow these instructions, of course, but I think I will say it a bit more clearly here compared to the instructions. So first of all, always, right, we delete everything that's in there. So for the input, the first input that you want to have is the input with, let's see, so folder A goes the white background. Okay, so we will go for the white background images output one. These are my white background images. I won't put anything in the output. The rest I'm putting inside the code. So I'm opening the code first, and this should be here, results rows it's called. And I think I have already changed that. But the part that you should change is of course the part of the paths. So for the second path, for the first path in the code, actually, you should change this with your file, with the folder with the predictions inside. In my case, this is the folder with the predictions, so you see that it's included there. And then there's another path, and this is the path where you want to save your measurements, which will be in Excel file. And as you can see, I've named it first measurements. Don't use after manual correction, because there is a chance that you will mistake these measurements with future measurements that will be more elaborate after you do, if you want some manual corrections to your regions of interest, meaning that you will exclude some, for example, or add some. So we have that, and now it's time to run. Should I mention anything else before I run? Let's have a look at the code. Yeah, maybe the row title here. Sometimes, if you have double extensions like that, which shouldn't happen, it should probably only happen if you mistakenly use the images of the previous code's output. Remember that I told you keep only the zip files and not the rest? If you mistakenly use the rest, you have a double TIFF. But in any case, if you get a double TIFF anywhere, maybe something is going wrong, so you should check it. But if you want any way to overcome this, you can uncomment this part here. So from row title like that, you can do it row title like that. And then in any part of the code that you see title, you have to change it, as in here, you have to change it to replace it with row title, all right? But I'm not going to do that. This is mostly obsolete, but maybe useful. Okay, so also you should change it here, by the way. Okay, so now I'm running process, and this super cool part will run, which yeah, so at the end you will get these files, and each one of them will contain measurements of your regions of interest. The area of it, the mean, the mode. This is what we, at least I, work mostly with. Okay, that's it. Congratulations, you're done with step 15. Now let's go to step 16.